Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to Battletech. Ion's third lunatic force sallies forth to the planet Panzer to liberate it from the vile clutches of the Directorate. Yes. After last time, well, we wound up finishing in transit after I gave someone low morale, I must admit. But I looked at the upgrades and I decided to go with upgrade improved power conductors. So improving power conduction to the next level. Admittedly, it's not going to give me anything shiny straight away, but it's one of the foundation upgrades of repairing the ship to make it more stable and allow further upgrades further in. So, you know, it's a key part, but it's also a relatively cheap one as well. The other options were about bet towards 1 million C-bills to do, so I didn't want to do something quite that extensive. Also, I've just noticed, by the way, for the first time, that the Argo has got a very nice design for the life pods. If you look, they're not spinning around anymore, they're actually here, rotated back along the axis of gravity. So the pods are actually on massive hinges and they've swung around towards the engines, rather than being spun up like they are in orbit and giving rotational G-force. So, interesting. I did not notice that aspect of the ship's design, but it makes complete sense to me now that I know it's there. Anyway, unpause, let's go. Argo, you are a clever little ship, aren't you? Who's a good boy? Here we go. And yeah, you can see the pods extending as it cruises into orbit. Ready to proceed? Not yet. First I want to check out the local shop. Shopping before business, you know. Gotta do it the right way around. Is there anything interesting here? We've got an LRM-10 with extra crits. LRM-15s and 20s up the wazoo. There's some fairly high-tech stuff here, actually. SRM-4, jump jets, bunch of ammo. Nothing massively interesting to my loadouts, though, except maybe the LRM-10. But even then, it's just like extra crits chance. So, you know, not one I'm especially after. The reputation plus 50% price increase as well. And I'll take my shopping needs elsewhere, thank you. Okay, right. All mechs are patched up. All pilots are healed. Everyone's ready. Actually, let's double check the mech warriors first. Is there any experience to spend? Their personnel outside the ship do not rotate, radiate, or energize any external equipment. That's a rather comprehensive list there. Ooh, if I have guts, I can get extra overheat threshold. I think that's going to be important. Let's grab that one. Jeez, that is going to be important.
Good to go.
Is there anything else I need? -1 to recoil. Oh, guts also gives recoil penalty reduction. So a high guts character would actually be really good with a heavy autocannon. That is good to know, actually. Yep. Is there anyone else that needs to be spent? Medusa is building up towards ace pilot. One more, which is 20% max sprint distance. I wish I could look at these nodes and see what's on them before getting the XP to unlock them. That would help a little bit, I think. Sound like those ready for another upgrade. If Samnite's going to be a scout, though, I want sensor lock.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Trigger. Sensor lock or multi-target. Sensor lock or bulwark. Good questions. That I don't know. I kind of want to go up the piloting tree and get some extra evasion chance. But sensor lock would be very useful to have. Though admittedly bulwark, yeah, bulwark, because gunner, standing still, multi-targeting with heavy weapons if I go up into breaching shots, bulwark is a good one to have with that, especially if you've got heavy long-range guns. So, you know, I'm just going to boost weapon hit chance for now. Yeah, no, enough messing around anyway. It's time to launch our contract for the next campaign mission. Launch. Welcome to Panzer. No, wait, what was this guy's voice? Welcome to Panzer, Commander Bengtson. Lady Arano and the Restoration Army are already fighting on the planet's surface, and have been for weeks. With the aid of House Decimus ground support facilities, Miss Mayer will carry your lance through Panzer's orbital debris field and drop you onto the surface. Orbital debris field, well that sounds fun. Tell us more about this debris field, please. It's a holdover from the Amara Civil War. There was a great battle in orbit over Pangaea, and most of the wreckage is still there in the form of a dense field of particulate material. Navigating the field unassisted would be a formidable task. Thankfully, we'll have the Spaceport's control center on our side. It'll be able to guide us in, and to send tugs to assist us if necessary. Well, this sounds like a very nice place to be. Are you okay with this, Samaya? I didn't give her a voice because I'm very bad at female voices. Yep, no sweat. With the kind of navigation support we're getting from ground control, can take us to this field with my eyes closed. Don't say things like that. You're going to jinx it, and you're going to have to do that. Let's keep going. What happens when we're on the surface? Lady Arano wants your lance behind enemy lines. While she leads from the front, you will harass the Director's supply train and target valuable military hardware. All the shiny things. She already has a target list drawn up. Oh, hey, so we've got a looting list. Awesome. Hold that thought, Lord Madeira. Commander, I'm getting a tight beam communication from the planet's... Oh. Yep, urgent. We've not even landed on the planet yet. Putting on screen. I am Mark III. You could have arrived at a better time. Our forces on the surface desperately need your help. Well, that went pear-shaped fast. With the support of House Decimus, we're making our final push against the Directorate's last major stronghold. Our forces are fully committed to the attack, and we're pushing them back. But the Directorate just seized control of Panzer's only... Yep. She jinxed it. She jinxed it. They just took control of the remaining spaceport. With it, they'll be able to call down reinforcements at will. Yeah, so now we are going to have to fly through it with our eyes closed. I need someone to take the Spaceport's control center away from them, I am Mark III. That someone is going to have to be you. That means that Miss Mayer will need to carry you through the debris field unassisted. I hope her skills are up to the task. So do I. Yeah, this day just got more interesting. You jinxed it. That's all your fault, that. I'm afraid there's more. Alexander, I've just received a message from Lady Centrella. There's been a major incident on Perdition. It looks like a terrorist attack, a chemical attack against the poor city of Howard's Landing. Initial casualties reports suggest some 11,000 dead. Chemical attack? What the hell? I just don't think doesn't happen anymore. Protector Calderon would be inclined to agree. He's claiming that the attack was an act of Davion aggression, in direct violation of the Ares Convention. He's already calling it the Perdition Massacre. For their part, the Davians have denied all knowledge of the attack. It's the Directorate. I'm calling it now, that's the Directorate. Most likely, in my eyes, and they are trying to form an external quote-unquote threat. Blame them. It's the enemy to unite the people beneath our iron fist, our wooden shoe, and our piece of string. Yeah, to quote the Goon Show. Yeah, their denials fall on deaf ears. Calderon won't believe anything that House Davion has to say. This is going to accelerate our timetable. We need to retake your throne before the situation gets any worse. If war was to erupt between the Federation and the Concordates, it could easily spill into the Reach, and we can't afford that kind of chaos. So yeah, the superpowers are getting involved a bit. Fast we go. No, I don't want. I'm not going to be all the vengeful Fury McFury pants. Let's go murder everything while we're at it. By the way, just putting that out there. No, I'd say we just better get going. Quite right. I'll brief you more fully when you reach the planet's surface. This will be a rough drop, Iron Mark III. Bring your best and may the gods grant you victory. We will all be counting on your success. So, no pressure. Lady Sammy, best get to it. Maya, I'm going to go ahead and trust you've got this. Do me a solid and try not to scrape the leopard's paint. Yeah, she's looking happy. Yeah, we're already in for an interesting run, it seems like. Are we going to be scattered when we land? Okay, anyway, we do have to change our loadout a little bit. We want the Centurion, because that's the ranged one. We want the Jagamech because that is now fully fitted with jump jets and many PPCs. Well, not many, it's only got 2, but still, you know. The Vindicator, I think we pull. Blackjack slot forward. I don't know, which one do you want? We've got superior range on the Blackjack. The Vindicator, though, has got more endurance. What kind of situation are we going to be dropping into? We're a polar region, so plenty of cooling. Actually, the Vindicator will be running just fine. So I think the Vindicator with its superior armor would be a better choice here. It's not got as much... Well, its actually average range is actually about the same, but it's got a lot more weaponry to bring to the mix. So yeah, I'll bring that in. Glitch, you need to be in your... No, you are in your Centurion. I'm getting into the Jagamech because, you know, reasons. Behemoth is staying in her Shadowhawk. I could send Trigger in on the Vindicator. Multi-target to split the weapons fire. That might be useful on a mech with so many weapons. But that leaves us very short on people with... Yeah, very short on people with sensor lock. We've only got 1. So do we want multi-targeting, or would we prefer to have more evasion and sensor lock? I think sensor lock, because the Vindicator is not very strong at distance, so that might be more useful. So yeah, 4 initiative. Yeah, we've got a medium to heavy lance, 2.5 chevrons. This should be good. No true scouts, but I'm okay with that. Alright, here we go. Objectives. Take control of Directorate's turrets. Okay. Don't allow any Directorate reinforcements to land. Okay. Destroy the Spaceport Dropship Control Center. Okay. So... Last remaining, so if we destroy that, getting down to this planet is going to be a pain in the ass for anyone, pardon the language, but you know. Anyway, the Restoration Army is already entrenched on Panzer's surface. We're gaining ground against the Directorates, but we can't allow them to call in reinforcements. With the support of the 2nd Decimist Fusiliers, you will destroy a Directorate-held dropship control center, cutting off their ability to navigate Panzer's orbital debris field. The planet's debris field is a real oddity, and a holdover from the Amara Civil War. It's a nightmare to navigate without ground support, but don't worry, Samara will get you down to the surface in one piece. Questionable. Oh well, let us begin.
Command interface initiated.
Commander, I'm glad you made it. Navigating Panzer's debris field unassisted is no small feat, even with a ship as small as the Leopard. Miss Mayo is to be commended for her skill. No sweat, Lady Arana, just don't ask me to do it. Yeah, she's not too happy about it. You won't have to. Restoration strike teams have already joined forces with the 2nd Decimist Fusiliers to engage the enemy on multiple fronts. We have them at a disadvantage. But if they manage to bring in reinforcements, we're in trouble. I am Mark III. I need you to engage the enemy, locate their dropship control center, and destroy it. Without ground support, their ships won't be able to navigate the debris field. And Directorate's troops on the surface will be cut off, and our combined forces will sweep them away. Random person. Oh, from the Lieutenant Karen Andrus, another female. Sorry to interrupt, Lady Rana, but just intercepted a transmission from the 8 AV Coronoch. They request navigation aid. Sounds like they're on the way down. If that ship lands, our bid for this system fails. I am Mark III. I need you to take control center out before the Coronoch touches down. The 2nd can help with that. We have a Leopard full of engineers heading your way. Commander, I need you to clear us a path to the Spaceport Security Headquarters, take out their vehicles and make us some breathing room, and we'll turn the defences against them. That's the plan then. We'll use the turrets to cover your approach. As soon as we have the turrets under control, the Directorate will begin firing on them. Use that as a distraction or engage the enemy to protect them. It's your call either way.
Good hunting, Commander. You bring down the control center, and we'll handle the rest. Good luck.
Destroy it before the ADV Coronoch arrives. 15 turns. Destroy the garrison units. 5 units, 6 rounds remain before that happens. However, the garrison units are here. So the garrison units are all down that way. Okay, right. I think I've got a decent chance with all of this. So let us begin with the party.
I've got something.
Oh look! Enemy vehicles. Commander, I'm seeing Directorate SRM carriers on radar. Recommend engaging at long range. They'll take you apart if you let them close. That's why I sent my Shadowhawk sprinting in. And so it's got high evasion. And it's also, of course, my Shadowhawk is one of the most
Waiting for
heavily
orders.
armoured mechs I've got. You know? I'm not a complete idiot. Only most of the time. Also, I can only target 2 of them. The problem is those SRMs are actually really slow. So I'm actually going to reserve... I want view on more of them before I step in with my firepower.
Yes, Commander.
Vindicator can get somewhat decent. Let's do a jump. If I jump, I can get a little bit closer. I want to get targeting data on more stuff. I've got sight of 3 right now.
Receiving.
I could move Behemoth further in, actually. If I move there, I can see 3 targets. Oh, also, apparently these guys have got full armour. Oh, look, it's a Bulldog. I wonder if that's something heavier. SOM4s, large laser. What? SOM6, 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 SOM6. What the hell are these things? They're classed as heavy, but they... How many SRMs? Right. Guys, I've got a priority target for you if you don't mind. Hopefully their armor's not too tough, but here we go. Okay, good. One salvo actually knocked that out. Those things are monsters. Jeez. My Shadowhawk's potentially in a lot of trouble, actually. Wish I could tell on the bar which one's which. But the Bulldog is definitely the least of my problems as it is. If I was to move there, I could LRM it. Right. If I was to jump forwards, I would again be LRMing it. I can't get a good shot off at it. I've got to be in forest, though, to try and withstand some of that nonsense. And that is absolute nonsense, by the way, just how many SRM6s are just literally packed into those things.
Roger.
I feel very bad for Behemoth right now. Oh, wow. I guess this is what Delta meant by saying, I look forward to seeing how you handle this mission. That bugger knew I was going to be facing these things. Definitely knew. No way he didn't know what I was going to be coming up against.
Uh-huh.
Alright, okay, let's focus. Volley it down. Okay, got it. Good.
Mech warriors, show them what you've got.
Maybe I could have done that with 2 LRMs, but I want to be sure I killed these blooming things. Right, that leaves me with, unfortunately, my Jagger without a clear firing solution on... Well, on any of these guys... Yeah, without a clear firing solution on anything except for the less dangerous Bulldog. So I'm actually going to reserve my Jagger.
Standing by.
Give them a chance to move something. We'll see what it is. It is a striker. Okay, that's not so bad. That one had better not be an SRM carrier, though. It might be. Oh no! Well, that was actually really, really bad. That.
Systems holding.
Are you an SRM carrier, Mr. Bots? No, you're another bull. Okay. All right. Oh no! Relatively minor damage to the Shadowhawk again. Okay.
Damage is light.
Whew. I thought those red contacts were like, it was like 4 SRM carriers and then that Bulldog in the back, but no, it turned out those 2 were the critical things in this point. So the Shadowhawk is taking more damage than I would prefer it take. It's eating a bunch of
Reporting
large
heavy
laser hits.
damage.
But still better than that than a massive SRM volley. And the armor is still mostly intact, except for one of the arms. I'll take that. Okay, engage your jump jets. If you go to there, you have got 90% accuracy on anything you choose to shoot at.
Engaging jump jet.
Alright. This is going to be interesting. Multi-target. Lock. Lock. Fire! PPCs!
Engaging multiple targets.
Oh, wait, they're bulldogs. They have enough armor to resist the PPCs. Oh. Well, actually, if I'd focused fire, I would have punched through, at least on... Yeah, I'd have at least punched through on them. Oh well.
Moving out.
We live and learn. Multi-targets, multi-target. I'm going to go... Still, this is, apart from the nasty surprise of those SRM carriers, I'm mostly okay with all this. Oh, didn't quite get it. That's fine. I'm going to mop it up before they can do anything else. Just go step on that guy, please.
Copy that.
Yes. Squishy, squishy
Engaging.
tank. Perfect. So, admittedly, that is the first melee attack Behemoth has actually managed in quite some time, despite being a melee specialist.
One more for the track.
It's like, most of the time, I'm just using the SRMs rather than trying to close into melee range, you know? Kind of weird that way. Still, though, this means I've taken 2 rounds to clear out the garrison in this area, though. Don't need the LOM. In fact, I don't need anything. I'm not really building any heat up at all. Just laser the thing. Yep, it's dead. Nicely done, Commander. Lieutenant Andrus, your approach to the security HQ is clear. Right. So it's under defend control in just a moment. Engage the forces guarding that control center, Iron Mark III. Let's make those turrets count. Okay, right. Sorted. They've taken control of our... No, that's Mr. Advisor, guys and boys. Target turrets and destroy them before the enemy battle mech can enter weapon range. Do it now. Too bad for you, I've got fast units. Right, what do we got? We've got a Panther. Sniper turret actually withstood it. Okay. There's 2 enemy lights around the place though. That's a lot of... Okay, right.
I hear ya.
Okay then, guys, we've got some work to do. You can jump a little bit further than you can walk, so I'm going to jump you forwards. If I fire at... Oh, that's a Centurion down there. Oh. You know what then? I'm going to reserve. Let the Centurion do a thing. So I'm going to reserve, let all the enemy mechs move around a bit, and then I'm going to charge. Oh look, they actually killed one of the turrets. Yeah, I might lose like another turret, but it seems like there's only those 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemy units actually. Actually, that.
What can I do for you?
I kind of wanna leave that thing, leave it at least a little bit, but you know, let's maintain indirect fire and just pummel that Centurion. It's like a little bit less accuracy, but it's okay.
I soar.
Yes, soar for me, Glitch. Now glitch some more and blow up your fellow Centurion.
Time to die.
Probably won't kill it though, but you know. 2%. Did that guy have Bulwark? He must have had Bulwark on. Oh well. Still, a volley is a volley is a volley. Look at all those lasers though. Jeez. Still an enemy medium though.
Good to go.
I think sprinting is the best option here. And space, of course, to get the lead out. There we go. Right. That Centurion, though, has got a lot of lasers. Oh, there's a trebuchet. Hello, trebuchet. Another turret's down. I can see what I mean about maybe try to protect the turrets. The turrets' firepower, they've got a lot of weaponry in the turrets, but they aren't really meant to withstand this kind of punishment. That's one of their issues. I can get into LOM strike range with the Medusa, but not much else, so sprinting is actually my best option right now.
Affirmative.
Just get a bit closer. There we go. And the enemy's doing a thing. Okay, it's my turn. And now it's me! I am Mark III, all the way at the back where I can't do much of anything. My jump jets, though, are still better than walking, but sprinting... well, sprinting through the forest isn't quite as good, but sprinting is slightly better than jumping. Oh, there's the eject button. Right. Good, I know where the eject button is. That's an improvement over before, actually, but I'm sorry to admit. But yeah, I'm just going to...
Engaging jump jets.
There we go. Jump jetting around in a Jagamech. If there's clear terrain, I would be sprinting, but not right now. Oh, enemy heavy. Dragon. The turrets are getting shredded quite rapidly, actually. Oh, multi-target. Incoming LRM swarm. Well, minor LRMs, not really much to be worried about. But the turret is opening up. I think that was a PPC one, actually. On the bright side, though, these turrets are going to strip out a lot of evasion. Ignore the turret and concentrate fire on the battle mechs. We must protect the control center. If our reinforcements can't land, we're all dead. Now, fight for the Directorate. Sorry, it should be in a really deep clan voice, isn't it? Fight for the Directorate. Oh, there goes that panther. Alright. Can I say hello to... No, it's Glitch's turn. If I move Glitch up at least a little bit... how are you doing? You're pretty bad, actually. I could tag that Centurion in the back with a massed LRM volley. That sounds like a good idea. 85% chance to hit. I'll take that. Target this guy and cut loose.
Roger, Commander. I've got the shot.
Yep, he definitely had bulwark on. Oh, ow! Blew out his side torso.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
Yep, that was definitely worth it. Okay, what are you going to do? You're going to try and shoot a turret. Oh wait, you were told to ignore the turrets, weren't you? Nope, you're just trying to get closer. Guarded and entrenched. Yep, just trying to move.
Standing by.
I've actually got 100% morale. But if I jump up to here, I'll have direct line of fire on the Panther from my Shadowhawk with a massive height advantage.
Roger that.
Sounds like a plan. Hello. Of course, well, actually, it's a bit much range for the SRMs, but you know, -4. If I precision strike, then I get massive accuracy buff. Let's go for the if I hit this, if I can knock that arm off it, that's the PPC arm. Let's hit that. Oh, not quite. There we go, the Centurion's moving around. And it's going to shoot at... It's not. Apparently I'm still out of their effective range for the most part. Sure. Didn't manage to do enough to it. Okay,
Yeah.
Medusa. Alright, Mr. Medusa. I think I can jump you down, actually. If I jump you there, then I'll be firing straight into the damaged side of the Centurion, and potentially I could core it out if I get enough hits. My accuracy is not going to be super great. I'm slightly out of... Actually, can I jump a little slightly closer? No, I can't quite get close enough to get the more accurate with my lasers, unfortunately. And everything else is out of range. So it's less accurate than I would like, but I can do something to the Centurion. And if push comes to shove and the Centurion survives this, the Vindicator is one of the mechs that I want taking incoming fire in return. So, you know, I'll accept it.
Roger.
Yeah, that didn't do very much. Okay, trench buckets, turning around, lobbing LOMs at the Vindicator. There seems to be a slight problem. They exploded over there.
Reporting light damage.
They exploded pretty far away, actually. Is that the control tower? Oh, a hunchback. Oh, there's a lot of enemy mechs, actually. There's a lot more enemy mechs than I expected. Makes me wish I had breaching shot, but I don't. So instead, I'm just going to advance the Jagger forward and put a couple more shots into the Centurion because I need to start knocking out enemy hardware. So let's do that. PPCs.
Target.
I think one missed because I only saw one shot, so the other one must have missed. And this map seems to have like dodgy collision or something like that. But I've also got to kill that.
Heavy hits, Commander.
I think the part of the problem is I've got to kill that center before the thing arrives. But that's 10 more turns. That poor Centurion. Yeah, look at that. It's like there's lots of dodgy collisions going on with the weapons fire in this particular mission. Oh, good. That Centurion just fell over. Poor Centurion. Alright. That Jenna, though, is trying to close the distance to start shooting. Yep, there he goes. Minor damage. Shadowhawk is still in the fight. I'm still good. The Jenna is still kind of mangled, but the turrets are just shooting it randomly.
Good to go.
Which I think is part of their charm. I need to knock out that PPC, though.
What can I do for you?
If I jump, I can get you up onto... +4 difficulty to hit... No, it's rough ground, it's only melee. Right, I'm going to jet up
Time to fly.
and focus on that Panther. I need to knock out the PPC, of course. I'm not too sure what else I should be shooting at. Like, maybe I should spare a couple of salvos at the Jenna. But the Jenna just moved, so it's actually got a lot of dodge. So, yeah, I'm going to fire at the Panther. Again, it didn't do what I was hoping it would. Oh, look at that sunlight, though. Just flickering behind the trees.
I've been sensor locked.
Oh, that was rather foolish of you, actually.
Ready for orders.
That was rather foolish of you. Shadowhawk! You can't quite reach cover. You can't even reach extra cover without jumping, so a jump jet's going to have to do. Actually, if I jump there, that's much better hit chance. Okay, and I've got this rock protecting against a lot of direct fire, so let's do that. Jump closer, hit the Panther, go boom, death. And I can withstand it. Fire! This is actually taking time I can't spare for it, isn't it? Because I've got to get that control center killed. I'm guessing it counts as a win if I do that. Probably does. If I jump to there, then I have massive damage potential with all my lasers into that down Centurion. I think maybe I'm focusing too much on trying to kill stuff. You know? Maybe that's the thing. Just center torso. Don't bother with the LOMs. Fire.
Attacking from position.
Splat. Okay. Centurion accounted for. Unfortunately, it's the only mech that's been killed so far. Also, that Hunchback is probably going to be nasty because of its AC-20. I should probably be focusing on that thing, honestly. Let's see, the Centurion has barely moved. I actually have decent accuracy on it at this point. If I was to jump onto that wall, 70-50, it's a bit too far away. 80-60. Actually, that's the dragon I'm looking at. I can't even target the Hunchback from that range. Yeah, let's start. The Jagger's just a bit too far away. And honestly, the PPCs, I think, lack some of the raw damage output compared to the other weapon systems. I forgot about that one. In my eagerness to have a PPC Jagger mech. But I actually want to do this so I can knock out the incoming mechs.
Engaging target.
Oopsie daisy. That mech's almost gone. Well, unless it's got more than 3 hit points on its pilot. Here comes the dragon. What's the dragon going to do? It's going to multi-target, probably. LOMs at the Shadowhawk. Don't really care too much. There we go. Right, Jenna, weakened, now dead. Good. Oh, that poor trench bucket. I don't know, ever since I looked up the Trebuchet a bit and found its nickname is Trench Bucket, I've just been calling it Trench Bucket quite a lot. Okay. Henry Panther, what are you doing? Moving around the rock a little bit and seeking cover. Yeah, you're just trying not to get killed.
Waiting for orders.
I need to maintain mobility, maintain the dodge, maintain the meta, maintain it all. The trench bucket is actually pretty messed up right now. I can engage with 70% chance to hit. Dragon is fresh. The Hunchback is fresh. And actually the Hunchback is also guarded. Yeah, so they've fortified themselves against ranged attack. Yeah, and trench, 50% damage reduction. So yeah, don't want to hit those guys. I really need to hit the trench bucket more than anything else, I think. I think that's what I have to do here. So jump there, fire at the trench bucket. Full LRM salvo. The trench bucket, because of its state, I might knock off an arm or two. But it's an extreme range bombardment. Oh, blew off a torso and hit the head and destroyed one of the LRMs. Good. That was actually well worth it. And the Trebuchet did not enjoy that at all.
Commander.
Poor baby. If I jump to... Which way are you pointing? You're pointing that direction. If I could get around this to the other side, I could do something nasty to it. But I need to maintain cover advantage, if possible, so... I think just a regular move. Yeah, this forest, this wall hides the Hunchback from me. So I think just a regular move to let my mech cool down at least a little bit. maintain this cover as best I can and just empty
I copy.
into the Panther, even though the Panther is guarded, so that's reduced damage. It's still damage that I'll be dishing out, and I might hit the torso or arm, because I've got full frontal barrage going on.
Acknowledged.
Nope, didn't quite do it. Here comes one of the dangerous ones though, the Hunchback. This could get painful. Has it got angle? It's got angle, laser, and that's all it did. Really? All you did was laser me. You have got an AC-20.
Yep.
Okay, sure. Right. Okay, let's see. If you're guarded now, you. Oh, that poor bucket's only got a medium laser left to it. Oh, jeez, that is bad. Okay, if I go to there, 50s, 50s, can't really hit. Can't really hit. I could put the bucket out of its misery. But I've got to start doing something against that dragon. You know, let's reserve. I'm not quite sure what to do with Medusa right now, so... the dragon is also pulling back. I think they're all trying to focus on the Shadowhawk right now. Yep, big LRM. That means I want to stop moving. That means I want to stop moving. I want Bulwark to kick in. Though that was also less than ideal, because now the dragon's got more evasion on it. Alright. Jump jets. I could get higher up, which would give me massive accuracy, actually, against the Hunchback. Let's do that.
Engaging jump jets.
I've got 8 rounds. I'm doing okay, actually. Hunchback. PPCs. 65%, 85%, because that's the extra accurate one. Heat is okay. Heat is A-okay. Don't really want to waste a precision strike, actually.
Engaging target.
Because I've got a fair chance of doing something. Plus, if I'm hitting the Hunchback with PPCs, it's going to have a harder time hitting my Shadowhawk with its cannon.
Good to go.
And I might as well just work to put the bucket out of its misery. Seeing as I can't really get a good shot at anything else.
Engaging jump jet.
Though that said, the Vindicator is actually overheating a bit. Like, a lot. So, you know what? I might as well go ahead and lob some missiles out anyway.
I'm on it.
So I can shed my heats. At least in this particular turn. Because actually that trebuchet is surrounded by PPC turrets, they might kill it anyway. Oh, that poor bucket. Everything's going for it. Oh, jeez.
The clock is ticking and that dropship is getting close. I'd recommend that you prioritize targeting the control center, Commander.
Oh, they finally punched through my armor. Don't worry, I am well aware that I've got 7 rounds left. My mechs are closing.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I am working on it. Glitch. Stay where you are. Maintain your evasion chance. Hunchback is backing off a little bit. Okay, so what are you going to do? You look like you're having such a fun time. Oh, and it's not very happy at all, actually. Guarded. Alright. Well, I wanted Behemoth to hang around and gain Bulwark. Actually, this will do half damage again, but Behemoth can't actually do much else of anything except for actually go melee, which might outright kill that guy. If I jump the same distance, I'll have 1 extra evasion, but walking it doesn't quite let me angle for the attack. Okay, if I do it like that, they have to move at least a little bit to get an angle on me. And I can pump the Panther full of shots, so I might actually kill the Panther with this one. So I'm going to have to accept that I didn't get Bulwark up, because this mission doesn't really lend itself to Bulwark that well.
Acknowledged.
Left torso, left arm, left leg. Okay, I shredded the entire left side of that mech. Panther! Oh, oh, knockdown. Ouch. Of course, my Shadowhawk is still running hot, but, you know, gotta accept that. What's the bucket gonna do? Oh no! A laser shot against my Vindicator! Oh no! What a shame. Don't really care all that much, I must admit. Thing is, that guy's actually still alive. So, glitch. If I was to move you... How far do you have to move to actually get a direct line to be able to start attacking that? Would a sprint get you into reach? No, actually, it would not. Would a jump get you into range? No, you're still pretty far back. I think I am actually going to have to start getting a bit closer. Right, jump jet will get me further. So I'll do that. Of course, the jump jets build heat, but we're in cold weather. That's fine. I'm getting slightly concerned about this now. Multi-target. Give me the Panther, of course. I'm actually running low on LRM ammo too. Actually, got it. My LRMs are almost spent. I better hang on to them. Actually, no. If I can kill the Panther. Multi-targets. Center torso is actually relatively intact. I'm just going to shoot it. Heck with this. Fire the missiles. Center torso. I'll hang on to the one of the regular LRMs to at least give me a couple of missiles left over. But no, wait. I'm going to go all in. Yeah, make sure this Panther dies. Fire!
Firing on target.
There we go. And I think I might have been able to been okay if I'd held off one of those, but it's done. It's dead. Good.
Orders.
Please, Medusa. You've cooled off a little bit, so I can jump you further forward. Into the forest, of course, because you're probably going to get shot at a bit.
Confirm.
You are the most readily exposed of my units now. But I'm going to pump fire into the... Actually, why is that flashing? Oh, it's flashing yellow because I'm hitting it in the back. Precision strike. Target the dragon. Center torso. Everything 85%. Okay, let's see what this one does.
Copy that.
Not much. Oh. Well, to be fair, it is a dragon. Gotta respect that. If I was to jump you, I don't want to jump me. Actually, I need to move. Just regular motion, and then I think split target to keep that dragon and hunchback occupied is probably the best approach here. I'm relying more on the instability effects. There we go. So destabilize the targeting systems. There we go. Pop, pop. Just very light pops. Will you die, please, Mr. Bucket? Okay, the dragon is moving around to... Ooh, is it gonna... Yep, it's gonna... Left arm. Well, that's the one that didn't have anything in it, so...
Structure damage.
I'm okay with that. Dragon is making its move, though. Oh, machine guns. I didn't realise those turrets had machine guns. That guy is just... Oh, dear. Left torso's gone. Why won't the bucket die?
I hear ya.
Why won't that bucket die?
What can I do for for you.
The bucket that would not die. I think that's probably a good name for it, isn't it? I'm not going to make this, am I? I just don't have the range. I've got to get at... Oh, if I jump up there, I can actually target the command center.
No sweat.
Do it. Well, it's our last salvo of missiles, but we've got to do something to it. Target that with those, and for good measure, pump your lasers into that dragon as well. Actually, what's that? What's this guy like? I'm actually more worried about the Hunchback, honestly, than the Dragon. The Dragon's got a mix, but the Hunchback's got an AC-20. Right, missiles. And Hunchback. Fire!
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
Problem is, though, without the missiles, I'd need to get my other mechs into reach to do something about that. The other mechs have got to get the lead out. They've got to go. Got to go faster. They need to get to that place. Oh, the bucket. Is it going to headbutt the Vindicator? I think it is. Oh no, no. It's just stand. It's just come over to say hello. Look at that thing. Right. Okay. If I just sprint. Let's just move to here and then dump everything into the Hunchback, because that's the one I'm concerned about. And then next turn or so, the Vindicator is going to be getting into reach of the command center as well. Yes, even the LRM. Off we go. Fire everything. I'm finding it slightly irritating how much damage I'm having to pump out into some of these guys. Then again, I think he was entrenched, wasn't he? Oh, he used the cannon. Oh, he missed the cannon. What a shame.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
No, that said, the lasers punched through. Shadowhawk's side torso is giving way.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, if that's the way you want it to be.
Waiting for orders.
Actually, what would be better? What would be the best bet? Well, attack from this side would be better with the full might of my SRMs. If I engage the jump jets, I will be evasion 4, which is pretty nice. And the dragon won't be able to readily follow. Okay, pump it all. Off we go.
Locking in all weapons.
There we go. AC-20 down.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Good. Without the AC-20, I'm a lot less worried about you. Oh look, the dragon is once again chasing from melee. Oh dear, it's going to take a... Left torso's gone.
Damn it! I'm hit.
Again, not a major loss. All the weapons in the Shadowhawk's on the other side. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's lost those, but it's still got all its weaponry. Right, me... I will start to advance, at least forward a bit. Can I hit this from here? No. I can at least put some more shots into the dragon.
Engaging jump jets.
I think I preferred the Jaggermet with all the autocannons though. Anyway. Yeah, just a couple of lasers left on that guy. The bucket's kind of dead meat, so precision strike against the dragon. Go for the torso on that side. Didn't hit it. Every time I call the shot, I seem to not hit things. I think that's kind of the way it's always been. As long as I've been playing this game, whenever I actually try to do a called shot, I don't really recall ever really hitting it, which is a bit weird, but there you go. Okay, so I've got to jump. I could do a DFA. My well, the DFA, I've got 60 armor on the legs. I'd do 130 damage to myself. That's not recommended.
Taking the high road.
Oh well, you're out of LOMs though, so you do need to start doing more stuff. So this would be most useful against the... Actually, would be if I could have got behind the dragon, that would have been good. But the dragon is kind of roughed up a bit, just not on this side. The hunchback is a bit though. You know, fine. I'll fire the lasers at the hunchback. At least do a little bit. But it's just turned into a close-range brawl with what's left of the enemy's armed units. Oh, here comes the bucket again. Oh, it's kicking the Vindicator in the shin. I'm not sure how effective that was. But, okay. There's not much left it can do, really, is there? Right, Behemoth.
Standing by.
Medusa, I do need to get you moving. You're actually moving into LRM range now. If I was to jump, I could get to there, which is enough for the LRMs, and then one more jump would take you into position to
Roger.
laser. That thing's still got a lot of health on it, actually. That might be a bad sign. Anyway, LRMs at the turret. Control tower, fire. Minor damage. Yeah, they're just trying to kill my Shadowhawk now, aren't they? Wait, was it? What? It went for the Jagger mech. I don't understand that one. I must admit, I don't really understand the logic behind that. I do know, however, that I can't actually chew. I don't think I can chew through these guys and get the control tower at the same time. Also, my jump. Oh, right. Losing the side torso actually lost some jump jets on my mech. Ah, yes. I need to get somewhere where I can't get meleeed some more, though. Is that in reach? No. Is that in reach? No. What about there? I can at least knock out the bucket.
Position confirmed.
So, it's king. Yeah, trench bucket. Your shin-kicking days will be done. So, take that. Good riddance. And now the turrets can actually focus on the last two relatively intact enemy mechs. And hopefully next round the Shadowhawk will be able to actually start attacking the tower as well. No, that's a big if. It's a big question mark, that. Also, I'm overloading the capacity of the Jagger's overloading a bit. Can I actually get... Do I have line sight on that? Oh, actually I do. Alright, the Jagger's starting to move up then, and we'll start to proceed to do long-range bombardment on the enemy tower. Because the tower does need a lot... It still needs hitting a few more times. Oh, did that actually kill it?
Target building destroyed.
Oh. Unfortunately, I couldn't see how much health it had left. Oh wait, was that tower not the... I thought that was the target. What is the target then? Have I been going towards the wrong target? I hope not. No wait, it's the other thing there as well, isn't it? Oops. That poor thing.
Let's do this.
Okay, so I've got to kill the other building too. Oh wait, the tower was separate?
Waiting on you, Commander.
I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, if you fired your jets, could you get to bear to do something on that? No. No. I love that though. That I spent this time just randomly attacking the wrong thing. Okay, so get over there. Can't hit it from there, but I can spin around. I can do a pirouette to open up on the enemy mechs, who seem to be...
Ready?
I'm not sure what they're doing right now. But I should be close enough to at least deal with this as I go. The Hunchback, that guy though is really, really badly damaged. He's just out of range. Oh well, Hunchback it
Here
is.
it comes.
Lovely shooting. You melted a hole in the air. Right. Alright, I'm glad I saved this for a separate part though, because the story missions do seem to take a bit longer. Stop trying to kill my Shadowhawk. It's very rude. The Shadowhawk did nothing to you guys. Did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Commander.
Also, it's going to sprint, because time constraints.
Double time. Let's go.
This is getting rather close. Next turn, though, that Shadowhawk should be able to jump into a position to actually bombard the control center itself.
Receiving you.
But the Vindicator can get up there immediately to say hello.
Firing jump jets.
Hello. I literally can't see how much health it's got. But I'm going to bump everything into it. Which was enough. Well done, Commander. Miss Mayer, are you inbound? Roger that, Lady Runner. Making LZ on your screen, Commander. Proceed to designate coordinates for evac. Alright. Get to the evac zone. Which means I can now focus on just murdering things. I was afraid it was going... Part of me was afraid it was going to actually end the mission. Oh. Punching the Jagger. Nice going. That dragon is getting very punch happy, isn't it? Which leaves me, but unfortunately because of running around and constant firing, my Jagger is actually overheating. To get clear, I do need to jump. But that would leave me very likely to overheat. I'm not... I mean, I'm intermittently in a cold climate, so the heat sinks are working really well, but I'm not sure that this is going to be... Yeah, if I fire all weaponry, I'm going to do overheating. So, I want the stab damage one, so I'm going to turn off that other one there. And that will let me cool off at least a little bit, and I'm safe from being punched again. That flipping dragon.
Engaging target.
Right, so though, all of the turrets are working on this now. Oh, oh, AC5 and LRM10. That dragon is getting defanged rather quick. Oh, never mind, the dragon is actually now stone cold dead. Sure, I'll accept that.
I hear ya.
Which just leaves the Hunchback, actually. So there's only one proper, honourable way to finish this, with fisticuffs. Especially since the Centurion is mostly out of ammo, so, you know. Oh, it backed off and lasered. Nice job there, buddy. But that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Orders.
But yeah, we've kind of got this one wrapped up, I think.
Moving to position.
Especially since the Shadowhawk ran last turn, so that let it shed some heat, which was much needed. Right, fire everything into that.
Think I hit something good.
Yep, I think you hit something good. Unfortunately, the cannon was killed a while back.
Commander.
Where's the evac zone? Oh, in the middle of the place. I'm good. I do need to jump to get the Vindicator back into action, though.
Confirm.
But yeah, I think this Hunchback's going to die, just a tiny bit. I also think I might have been a bit too powerful. Oh well.
Copy.
Fire. Maybe this mission expects you to have a bit less than I do, but I've got a lance of mediums, so that wasn't too hard to get a lance of mediums at this point. So I don't really know. However, that was also all enemies, so
Location confirmed.
yeah, it didn't auto-extract.
On my way.
Okay. However, that took a little bit of doing, but honestly, having the extra turrets around the place did help
Roger.
a
Venting
lot.
heat and stabilizing.
I copy.
Sound smart. Cooling.
Hello, land on me, please. Thank you. But yep, all units extracted, all mechs survived. Most of them were okay. The Shadowhawk took a bit of a pounding though. That's done it. All communications between Spaceport and Director's Reinforcement Fleet just went down. Ground control, this is Konak. We've lost you. Loud clang. Nav support is offline. Where are the damn tugs? Louder clang. Alarm klaxon begins to blare. Oh dear. Without ground support, their dropships won't be able to make planetfall. They'll be torn to pieces if they try. Congratulations, Iron Mark 3. Panzer is as good as ours. And we have you to thank for it. Long live House Decimus, and long live the Arano Restoration. Oh,
Mission successful.
victory! Honestly, that wasn't too bad. Except for those OP SRM carriers. So many SRM 6s packed into those things. Jesus. I'm just glad I had enough firepower to focus them down before they could actually attack me with those things. Okay, for some reason... Why have I got contract payment increased by 50%? I got all objectives, admittedly. Was Destroy the Garrison Force a bonus one? Must have been. Though I don't think it's marked as one. I'm still not quite used to the markings, but I think that it was just 50% because it's like they rearranged the mission right as we launched it, so maybe? I don't really know. Anyway, next. I got 1.7 mil, so that was definitely increased. Okay, let's see. Armor, mild armor to the Centurion. Shadowhawk lost 3 jump jets, and its left side got shredded, but the rest of it held tough. Also, Delta's finally managed to drum it through my thick skull that healing time is based on percentage of health lost rather than like how many blocks of health have been lost. So 13 days to get Behemoth back into action again. That's like if I take one contract to travel somewhere else, she'll be back in action most likely before I get there. The Jagger though didn't get any kills. It was playing more of a support role though. And its armor did get a bit banged up too. But yeah, mostly I'm just fine. The Shadowhawk needs time in the shop again though. But right, I can pick 4 pieces of priority salvage. Is there anything good here? Shinies. I think the random assignment is probably going to give me a couple of SRMs. Look at all this stuff from those SRM carriers. Jeez. Ooh, an SRM6 with +2. Yes, please. I want that one. It's like, ooh, that thing's got a plus sign on it. Yes, please. Grab it straight away. Right. I can complete a Panther. So I can take a piece of that. Let's grab the Centurion, the Hunchback, and the Panther part as well, just to complete that set. That'll give me a new Panther completed. I think that gives me 2 actually, because I've got 1 in storage. But yeah, that'll be a second one. Confirm. And oh look, I got many SRM6s. I am not surprised. Oh jeez. Alright. We've done it, Iron Mark 3. Thanks to your efforts, the Restoration Army has broken the Directorate's hold on Panzer. Lord Pierre Louis Decimus has already pledged his house and his systems to my service. The Restoration is growing, just as we hoped it would. And with your support, you gain territory sorry, with your support. With his support, you gain territory, soldiers, and a bolstered supply chain. Not a bad deal for you, Lady Orano. All for House Decimus. The Directorate took a scorched earth approach to Pansy's farmlands. Oh, that's great. Without our ongoing support, the people here would starve. I am not my uncle, Darius. The restoration gives as much as it takes. Well, I can be really cynical here. It isn't like you have much choice. Letting them starve would be terrible PR. Yeah, right. Commendable, but it may not be sustainable. I think that's the concern. It's like it might work short term, but sustaining it depends on how much it is, but it may not be sustainable over time. Yeah. I am fully aware that war has a price, Iron Mark III, and expect that price to escalate. But for now, I can afford to help these people, and so I will. And to hell with the cost. That's absolutely fine. As long as you're keeping your head on straight, that's fine. It's a victory, to be sure, but we're still a long way from Coromadir. And Director Espiosa has only just begun to marshal his forces. Things are going to get a lot more difficult as we push forward towards Smithen. The Directorate's military capabilities appear to be way out of line with our initial estimates. Somehow they gained access to weaponry and battle mechs that are totally foreign to the Orgarian Reach. Oh, that's lovely, that. There's other powers involved. Either there's direct support or there is some kind of trade going on. Where do you think all this hardware is coming from? We don't know. House Espinosa has always had contacts in the inner sphere. Lady Victoria's personal battle mech is a prototype model that's almost impossible to find outside the Draconis Combine. But this radical new military build-up is something else entirely. Wherever these weapons are coming from, it's a recent development, and a troubling one. Time for someone to go spying, I think. Find it all out. Hey, Lamadon, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's something here you may want to see. Actually, you may want to all see this. I found something strange on the Argo's nav computer. Is there anything on the ship that isn't strange? I think that's the best question there. Jeez. Probably not. Yeah, she agrees straight away. But this, you know, stranger than the norm. Looks like an encrypted data archive on a secondary storage drive. Just my best guess, mind you, Starleague-era encryption software isn't really my area of expertise. Ooh, Starleague-era stuff. Okay. Maybe I'll get a Timberwolf or something. No, that's a clan mech. I doubt there's clan mechs involved in this. In fact, I know there's not because I've been in multiplayer. There was no clan mechs. Pity. My father spent years trying to figure out how to get the Argo back to Orgarian space in one piece. He was obsessed with this ship. He felt that it was important somehow. And now, this. I want that archive opened, Dr. Murad. I need to know what's inside. With all due respect, Lady Orano, whatever's on that drive is sealed away for a reason. I've written stories about Lost Tech treasure hunting to know it's a bad idea, so why don't we just leave it alone? Well, the thing is, we've got some kind of data here, we don't know what it is, so, you know, might be worth checking out. Because this archive could contain something of value, and because, as I previously mentioned, I have a personal connection with this ship. I believe this discovery is meant to lead us somewhere, and I intend to follow it. Stargate data archive, of course we'll try and open it. Yeah, of course we should. Shouldn't they distract us? Superstition isn't a valid strategy. Lady Orano is our client, Mayor. If she wants to check this thing out, then that's what we're going to do. I personally do agree though. I think it's the first one. Of course we should try. I mean, at least to have a quick poke and see what might be inside. So I agree on a personal level. And Yang agrees. Damn right we should. Don't leave money on the table. Anyone can tell you that. Thankfully, we can follow this lead and pursue our campaign against the Directorate at the same time. The liberation of House Chaos and on Smithon is already the Restoration's next objective, and Lord Simon Carossus was High Lord Tomartle's chief technologist. Now that's a mouthful. Securing the help we need will cost nothing, and that we aren't already planning to pay. That's great. That's good, actually. Perhaps this is all just a coincidence, Miss Mayor, but I cannot help seeing the hand of fate at work here. Mastiff taught me to pay heed to my intuition, and that is what I intend to do. Why do you think Lord will be able to open it? Well, he's a technologist, but that doesn't mean he's good with our Starlink stuff. Because he knows Lost Tech better than anyone in the Reach. In the days of my father's reign, whenever scraps of forgotten technology were discovered in the Reach, they'd be taken to Smithon for cataloguing and study. If there are answers to be found, we will find them with him. Yep, then that's the plan. Let's go and get an audience with him then. Yes, I am Mark III, and shortly thereafter we will see my father's intuition about the Argo was justified. Well, sorry, see if my father's intuition. As before, I will contact you when we're ready to move on Smithon. For now, I'll take my leave of you. I have nobles to placate and an army to rally, and you have your own contracts to pursue. Yeah, pursue. I almost said peruse. Pursue, I'm sure. Yes, we do, Lady Arana. We're keeping busy, just as you asked us to. You all heard her. We've got some time before the next leg of the Restorations offensive, and our client wants us to make the most of it. Time is money, so let's get back to work. You know what? I'd like to have some of those SRM carriers that I fought on that last mission. Like, send a lance of those down. I'm sure the enemy would absolutely love it. Mind you, it would be a heavy lance. They were classed as heavy vehicles. People scoured the spaceport and found a jackpot commander. Decommissioned Griffins. Ooh. Lots of them. They'll never get them working with the purposes they've got, but between my team and the Argo's mech bay, I think we might. You can find them in the shop here on Panzer. You know what I would do if I was... if I personally was operating this thing? What I would do is I would strike a quick deal with the people. Like, we get to keep a...
Is cleared for fighting.
Panzer's finished, yep. Continue. What I would do is I would hang in orbit for a little while, and in return for getting, like, say, a mech or two, I would actually patch up a bunch of them. Maybe a bit of payment as well, you know, we've got to be mercenaries and all that. Send this mech to storage, please. Yep, send it to storage, because I'm okay with the mechs I've got out right now. Storage. I said storage. Thank you. But yeah, if the Argo is so good at it, we could always just fly away on the Leopard for a quick mission, then come back from a different world. Or something like that. And while we were doing that, the Argo would sit here fixing up... just fixing up Griffins. And then we get a portion of however many get patched up into working order again. I think that would be a nice arrangement. So the Griffin is actually a mech I think I've like seen once or twice so far in the campaign. Let's check the store though. Yeah, the Griffin, we could buy a Griffin part for 600k. I've got 2.3. But yeah, we could get a Griffin, which actually comes with a PPC and an LRM-10 and a bunch of jump jets and things. Alright, that's not too bad. Is there anything new here since I took over this place, except for the fact that the 50% markup has become a 5% discount? There's an upgraded AC-5. Plus extra stability damage, so double stability damage on that guy. There's another medium... Ooh, accuracy and crit. There's another PPC with extra damage. There are some interesting toys here. And I'm going to grab some of the shiny things.
New weapon systems available.
Because I like me some shinies. Yes, give me some shinies. So that said though, we have done very well in continuing with our work to save the world. Da, 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 da. We are the modern superheroes and all that jazz. And that was actually not too bad. Don't want to get a customized 85 with extra stability damage. You know what? That might be good on the blackjack. I'll grab that too. Well, I do need a bunch of jump jets actually because I think I'm about out of those. No, I've got 26 of those apparently. Nope, I'm fine. Apparently. I should grab some H versions though because I just don't. The Jagamech has some, and if it does get blown to scrap again, it's probably going to lose some. So some spares of those would be a good idea. See, I'm generally resupplying after the mission. I really don't need to buy any jump jets though. And actually, yeah, if the Jager gets blown to scrap, I need way more heat sinks than that.
New equipment available.
That should take us down to a nice round 1.5 mil. There we go, 1.5 mil. So yeah, that has actually worked out really well. We've resupplied. We've got 1.5 million in the bank, which is enough for another 6 months operation because I don't bother to pay my people very much. But we are in good standing. We're in a good position. Apart from the Shadowhawk. Oh dear. We've got a first 4 skull available. I'm not sure we're ready for those. I mean, even our best is like 2.5, though. What's this? A flat-out battle in the lowlands? Maybe go for this one next. It's just intercept and blow up a pirate lance. Though they're going to be fairly heavy. The pay is good, though. But still, this one, Man of the People. My first ever 4 skull that I've seen. And I don't know what we're going to go against that, but we're probably going to be facing heavies at the very least in a 4 skull. I don't know. So much missing for months. Suspected kidnapping by Directorate. No ransom. Picked up a garbled message from the sky indicating she's being held by a Directorate facility. Intel failed to trace her to Weldry. So any loyal mechs are several jumps away. So over the barrel, my kind of customer, but it's actually not. It's in relative. It's not the well. It's the easiest contract on tap right now, but it's still going to be difficult. But yeah, ruminating about where to go is something to be done between videos because we've overrun fairly severely. This is going to be over an hour for this video, I believe, but finishing the mission required it. So this is Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. And I will catch you all some other time. Yes, indeed. See you all later.